Hello everybody. So what are we up to today? Some questions from you. I try and make this as light as possible. It's not big. It's just asking questions. I might walk away and a wee smile on your face or something like that. I don't know. So I just hit them randomly. So let's see what comes up first here. Emma Rushforth. Hi Marty, you've been lucky enough to travel the world. Yes, I have. Do you like to try local delicacies? And what is the weirdest thing you've ever eaten during your travels? Well, I was raised in haggis. We've had haggis, so some Scottish, definitely some Scottish cuisine is quite, it's fair to say, we've got some of the best produce in the world, which is for sure, best seafood, and that's a given. So, but on my travels, what's the weirdest thing? I remember the first time going to places, as far flung as Southeast Asia and away down that neck of the woods. And, it's fair to say that, sometimes some of the stuff that gets presented to you of an evening, you must try this local delicacy. No. I'm really not that, daring really, some friends up, if it moves, fry it. But they'll try anything. Me, no, I'm not that daring. So, I do love like Thai food. I've always had a soft spot for Thai food. Indian food, so I'm quite lucky that way that you get to taste some great meals from around the globe, but I guess the weirdest thing. Yeah, I'm going to stick with my hometown. I'm going to stick with the home country haggis. Yeah, and they're so hard to catch, and apparently they've got one leg smaller than the other. So when they run down the hill, it's catching them, then preparing them. Haggis. Okay, my next question, Christine Ritchie. Hi Marty, question for the next time. Which one are you, the Bruins or Oor Wullie? I love both, because every year in Scotland we have there's a paper called the Sunday Post, and they run a cartoon strip, and it's the Bruins and Oor Wullie, and I've been in both of them, which is a big one for me, to be in the little cartoon strips, because when growing up, when you would get the in the Sunday morning, that would be the bit me and my brother would head for, was to read the cartoons segment, and the Sunday Post to read the Bruins. So that I could not separate, and will not choose, because possibly the Bruins though. I like the Bruins. I always have a soft spot, and so for me, yeah, I will choose the Bruins every time. Looked like a nice wee family there. So if you get a chance and you're watching it, and you're watching this wee interview, and you think, oh, what's the Bruins or Oor Wullie? They're a Scottish institution, comics, little comic strip. Have a wee read it. And I loved it getting the annuals every Christmas. What's your all-time favourite song? Now that's a hard question. Because that's purely down to what kind of day you're having. You might be having, like a, if it's a happy day, and I love listening to a lot of Marvin Gaye, or and he covers all types of what type of day I'm having. So I don't have a favourite song, because that's a tough one. But I do have go-to artists like Van Morrison, or Robert Palmer. I love Robert Palmer too. Recently rediscovering my record collection because of the lockdown. You go back and you start trolling out all these old records, and I love the vinyl, because you put it on, and all those scratches at the start of the record, and that tells you about how much the song's been played, just as important as what's living in the grooves of the record. So, and besides that, I can read see, once it went to like CDs, it was easier in my earlier days to read, but now I've got the glasses, and my arm, wasn't, I got my glasses because my arm became not long enough for me to read it. So I don't really have a favourite song, but good question. So, right, next. Right, what have we got next here? Pressing a wee button here. Which of the musicals you have performed in has been your favourite? I think it'll always be Chicago, because that was my first one. I was so nervous, you know, when because that was my first time ever going into that. I know it's like music, you know, it's music, so it wasn't really a big leap, but there was just something about that'll always be special for me. You know, opening in the West End or doing my first opening night in Broadway was very special too, and I think that whole Candle and Ebb score is just it's terrific, you know. And I thoroughly enjoyed the Vita, and I really liked Witches of Eastwick, because that was fun and they were a wonderful cast, and you know, it's great to be able to really get into a piece like the Witches of Eastwick. It was just wonderful. And then ultimately the biggie for me was Blood Brothers, and always will be, because that's a show, but it's that's a real family show, that. And not only that, but within the actors too. When I joined the West End and then went on tour with the people that I toured with, are just so wonderful to break bread with, and looked after me, and were very, very open to the process of welcoming me to their home, which was Blood Brothers. So yeah, close one there. Chicago for the musical out and out jazz handy and the choreography, and Blood Brothers every time for the heart. So what's my next question here? Michelle Ashley was Ellis. Oh. Hi Marty, loving the Q&As. Thank you very much, Michelle. Oh, I know you. Yes, I do. Yes. Let's see. If you owned a yacht and had to name it after one of your songs, what would it be called? And where is the final destination you would sail to? Well, I think you know, one of the songs I wrote with Terry Britton, and was a song called The Only Sound, and I loved that song. It was on the 10 album, I think it was on, and so The Only Sound. And where would be your destination you would sail to? Well, we've all got all those picturesque, those dream beaches that you'd like to sail, lagoons. And I love it when you see those pictures where the sea is so calm, and the reflection of the boat, you see it underneath it. You can't differentiate from it, so it looks as if it's just floating. And you always think, oh, I'd love to go there. But I'm not really that good at, you know, swimming in the sea. You know, I know I'm a good swimmer, don't get me wrong, but it's like if something touches my legs, that's it. You know, that's it. It's me. It's like, boom, shark, something. You know, as soon as you get into that water, you think, oh, this is lovely. But as soon as anything like that, there's people surfing behind me because I'm going that quick. Boom, boom. So I like the idea of going in the water. And I remember going to like Australia, up the Gold Coast, and seeing all those, you know, the barrier reefs and stuff like that, being so mesmerised by the clarity of the water, and you think, oh, this is special. So I'd like to sail there. And you know, I do have a little bit of fascination with ships and the water in general. So yeah, there's yachts and yachts. And I think it was it Errol, what was it? The old actor, Errol Flynn. He had a beautiful yacht, and I always love looking at pictures of his yacht. I think it was called Sirocco, and it always looked great when you see pictures of Humphrey Bogart back in the day, and they always loved to sail around the coast of California and stuff like that. You've always thought, oh God, that looks so romantic. But hard work, I would imagine it's hard work. So yeah, if it was me sailing, Captain Marty, oh dear. Destination nowhere. All right, Michelle. Okay, what have we got here? Oh, Janet Gardner. Hi, Marty. A few years ago, you signed a netball for my special birthday. Can I ask what's the strangest thing a fan has asked you to sign him? Yeah, what's the strangest thing? Oh, hi, Janet. I think that, you know, I saw some people who have like who have got tattoos, you know, maybe some of my lyrics, or you know, on their arm or parts of their body, but you know, when I've saw some people who've got tattoos of your face on their body, and you think, oh, you think, okay, that's a compliment in one hand, and you think, wow, that's that fair play to you there. But the strangest thing that you can imagine, yeah, all of the above, and so yeah, it never ceases to amaze me. Never, you know, when you see that, or somebody asks you to sign a piece of their anatomy. Whoa, really? Move on. Debbie Taylor, hi Debbie. Just wondering what you're doing to keep fit during lockdown. My hubby and I go for walks every day, and also do a couple of Tai Chi sessions. Tai Chi, lovely. Yeah, I'm just pretty much doing the same as you. I'm going for walks. You know, I do go to the gym. You know, and I love to swim. That's kind of off the chart at the moment, but those are the things I like to do. So yeah, just keeping fit, going for walks, going for wee runs, that sort of thing. And you know, because it's so easy to head for all the you know, eat too much chocolate, and especially when I'm watching TV, or if I'm going to having a wee movie fest. You know, it's stupid o'clock in the morning, I maybe can't sleep, you know, and I head straight for the ice cream. Now here's a good question, I'm going to put it out there, you know, you know, ice cream, I'm mad for ice cream. You know, are you a Haagen-Dazs girl, Debbie, or a Ben & Jerry's? I'm a Ben & Jerry's guy all the way, I think it has to be said. Though I do like Nardini's ice cream in Scotland. You know, that's a right away when you go to the seaside. Or Lars, we'd go and have some ice cream from there. I remember my father taking me one time up to Glasgow, and I had my first Knickerbocker Glory. My God, that thing blew my mind, Debbie. It was in a big, massive glass, you know, and you had a big spoon, and away you went with it. Was never good with the Maraschino cherry. What's that about, Maraschino cherry? Maraschino cherry. That's not fruit, that's an affliction, that thing. I couldn't quite get into that. So yeah. So that's what I'm doing to keep fit, going for a wee walks. Just the same as yourself. What else are you saying? And can you sing some more from Smile? Yeah, well, I'll get to that. Absolute pleasure. Enjoy the rest of your day, Davey. All right. Claire Hillier. I have a question for your next Q&A. I really love Christmas. Well, I love Christmas. And particularly the big day. Oh yeah, absolutely. I love Christmas too. Oh, the run up to the big day, right? I get you. Do you have any traditions you follow, and where do you spend Christmas? Yeah, I mean Christmas. Yeah, I mean I love that. I'm not one of these people who gets really, you know, like Christmas. Oh, you know, I'm Christmas mad for it. When's the right time to put up the tree? It's funny, you know, when you start to feel a bit Christmassy, when it might be something that just comes on the TV, or something that makes me think of my mum and dad, or something like that, and it'll take me back, or my brother, and I'll think, okay, right, and then for a fleeting couple of seconds, I feel very Christmassy, you know, and then it'll pass. But that's enough. That's enough for me, you know, just to have that, you know, especially when I was working up in Glasgow over Christmas a couple of years ago, and just walking the streets, you know, after I'd done my shows or whatever, I'd go for a wee walk just to unwind with a couple of my friends, and we would say, oh, do you remember what this used to look like? You know, they used to go big on Glasgow and the Christmas lights, and it was always fascinating, you know, if you would go up, you know, with your mum and dad and see those lights. And in Clydebank, we'd get taken to there was a co-op, a big co-op, and you go and you could meet Santa. I remember doing that. My gran and grandpa took me to that. I was made up waiting in the queue to meet Santa. Yeah, thanks for that memory. That's a good one. So I hope that answers your question, Claire. Sue Kelly. Hello, Sue. Hi, Marty. I know you love to cook. Yeah. My question is, can you crack an egg with one hand? Yes. Yeah, that's always but you see, the thing is to do it and just attack it. Boom, do it. Don't do it tentatively, you know, or slowly, because then you get yourself into a lot of trouble. Commit to the egg. commit. Yeah. And I remember, I can remember doing that quite a bit. And one of my mum's friends, when I would be making eggs or something and do that, she was very impressed with that. I always remember that, thinking, yeah, look at the guns, click. Eggs. It always looks good. And when you see the chefs doing it on TV, don't you think, oh man, I hope they make maybe goes wrong for them, but it never does. So always remember, don't do it half-heartedly. Commit to the egg. Wise words, Marty. Jen Snell says, hi Marty, I love all the videos you're doing. Thank you very much. I'm enjoying them too. It's great when I to hear your feedback and from all over the world too. As far from to South America to New Zealand, from New Zealand to Russia, from Russia to yep, you get the idea where we're going here. So yeah, it's great to see these wee videos travelling. So what's your question there, Jen? My question is, do you believe in the Loch Ness Monster? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I go to Loch Ness every year. I go up to that neck of the woods, and I love it. It's a magical, mystical place. There's some great people there. I've got some great friends in that now that over the years that I've managed to make there. And yes, I do love Loch Ness. I love the area, and I'd like to think there's a happy monster there. And and really, every time you go there and you're travelling around Loch Ness and you're looking at it, you're always kind of hoping that it just might pop its wee head up and say, I don't know what it would say. I don't know, the Loch Ness, will I have a Scottish accent? I'd like to think so. But yeah, I like I always remember being fascinated by it as a little child, when you hear the story. And so yeah, come on. Everybody tries to say, oh no, it can't possibly exist. It's a great story, it's a great yarn. And if it exists, more power to Nessie. Yeah. Good question, Jen. What we got? John Robin. Hi Marty, sausage rolls or pork pies? Also, what do you think of less sugar iron brew? Can you sing Sweet Little Mystery for my mum Helen, who works for the NHS? Thank you, John, in New York City. It's just a sweet little mystery. Makes me try. That's for your ma. What was that? Sausage rolls. I like a sausage roll. But let me bat that right back at you, John. We should take on bridies. I like a bridie too. Sausage rolls, yep. Scotch pies. Steak pie boy as well. So, yeah. The comfort of a pie. I think that's another one that another foodie question. Like people who have their favourite fish and chips or their favourite curry restaurant that they like to go to Indian food and can be debated to the wee small hours of the morning. Everybody says the best pie in Glasgow is, or the best steak pie is here, and because every New Year in Scotland, after the bells, my mum and dad and we'd always sit before we would go out to party, or they would go out to party. We'd always have steak pie, potatoes, and homemade peas and stuff like that. And I loved that. I really do, still do love New Year when I have so many fond memories of my dad first footing us, because he would go out, before the bells and then come back in and kiss my mammy and give us a cuddle and stuff like that. And so I loved the New Year. And so I don't know why I'm telling you that, but it just kind of led to, oh yeah, because you were asking about the steak, the pie, sausage rolls. Yeah, so good question, John. Good question. In New York City. I was lucky enough to be there a few times and played there a few times, and not just gigs, but in doing theatre. And I hope you're doing well there in New York City, and big shout out to everybody there. And what a city. Oh, I love it there. Yeah. Okay, John, take care.